Welcome to the Babs Micheal Show. Alright, welcome everybody to the Babs Micheal Show. So, but this is the sport edition, the football edition, and there is no better time to start that than now. There's no better time to start that than now. Why am I saying that? We've said the Babs Micheal Show is all about talk shows, events, sports, and I think it's high time I jump on football. Why am I even doing that? Just a few days ago, I was able to secure freelancing reporting for the Babs Micheal Show for the next World Cup. So that's a good thing for us. The Babs Micheal Show is cleared to be part of those doing some media stuff for the next World Cup here in the United States, Canada and Mexico. So I think I should start preparing for that. I should start preparing for that, and that's why I said, okay, why not? I've been running away from running sports football discussion, but talk about different groups online. We're always there. But I've been jumping away, but I got interested in, World Cup is in the United States of America, and that's my base. Let me find a way to be part of it, and I was able to secure that. So watch out for content of the World Cup, watch out. So in preparation for that, I decided we'll start a football show. Normally Mondays we have a normal talk show on the Babs Micheal Show. On Friday we have an additional one to hit on our talk show. Saturday is about events. So this is going to be Saturdays. Every Saturday morning you see this coming up. In all our social media, the YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. So I'm going to be doing this now towards the World Cup, so that when we start bringing content about the World Cup, it is not going to be strange to you. So the football show, everyone knows that I'm a United fan. So I'm a United fan, so there is no how I'm not going to be talking about my club, Manchester United, the best club in the whole wide world. Other fans might not agree with me, but Manchester United proudly won, and I've been a proudly supporter of Manchester United, registered one for that matter, for years. So in the football show, basically we'll look at news, update, then you can predict and win. This edition of Predict and Win is sponsored by Showboy Shegun Shotayo, all the way from the UK. Shegun Shotayo is sponsoring this edition of Predict and Win. So part of the football show every Saturday is also going to be Predict and Win. We've got about 10 Premiership matches to predict. Normally Premiership matches can run from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes till Monday. So probably latest on Tuesday we'll probably announce the winners, or we announce the winner in the next show. We can announce the winners and present to them via our social media network. So that's what we're going to be doing. That'll be Predict and Win, sponsored by individuals, and I've got them waiting because they wanted me to do this. So Shegun Shotayo, thank you, all the way from the United Kingdom, UK. He's a Liverpool fan. So what is wrong with Liverpool? What is wrong with Liverpool? He's a Liverpool fan, and Liverpool have not won Premiership match for like 2 times now. They've had draws back to back. So, and they were last winner of the EPL. Now they are struggling. They are just 1 point ahead of Manchester United. So, top 5 is not sure for anybody now. So Liverpool is a Liverpool fan. So sorry for the Liverpool, but we have to say Liverpool is just struggling. But they are trying to get their feedback. They are in the Champions League, and just like that, And basically, that is what we're talking about. So today we're going to focus on this weekend Premiership matches. You're going to be predicting to win. I'll do more concentration on Manchester and Arsenal match. What is going to happen in that football match? So this is the first Premier football show of the Babs Micheal Show. Like I told you, this is a preparation towards the World Cup. We'll be going around stadia, the World Cup, covering it and giving reports on that. I've got that cleared already. So I said there is no better way to prepare than for us to start jumping into football discussion. This will be happening on Saturday morning, like I said, Saturday morning in West African time zone. Early morning you can get that, but our videos will always drop. So we've got matches. I've gone through my own prediction. Then you can also predict at the end of the video. You just predict predict as much as you can. But if you get 5 of them correct, if you get 5 of them correct, you'll be winning cash reward. At least we get 5 predictions correct, you should be winning cash reward. The best of what we have in our predictions. We'll be announcing how the winners are picked from there. So you predict at least 5, minimum of 5. You know, you can predict the whole Premiership if you want to, but minimum of 5. And if we can get 5 predictions correctly, so that's why it is advisable to make all the predictions. Or basically, what we're doing is maybe some star matches. You know, so that we might not take you through all the predictions. Maybe some star matches. You know, we just tell you your prediction for these matches, you know, for the weekend. We'll look at that. So because it could be difficult for you to predict all out of the 10 Premiership matches every weekend, to get 5. I'm being considerate anyway, so you're going to predicting. I'll tell you what you predict at the end of the show. So let's go through that. West Ham is playing Sunderland. West Ham is hosting. West Ham is also struggling at the moment. You know, they are still being in the relegation zone, but I think they are coming up a little bit up and down, up and down. Sunderland have been in form, but I think West Ham will not give them this. They've been in form. They are off on. You know, they were top 5 before now, and they're just down there a little bit. You know, so I think presently, let me look at the table. Sunderland is on the 9th position at the moment. Sunderland is 9th at the moment. You know, Arsenal is on top. You know, I don't want to talk about that, but it's difficult to ignore Arsenal. When I get to Arsenal money discussion, we'll discuss that. So I don't think Sunderland will allow West Ham to, you know, go. They're at home, so I predict a draw because Sunderland is a great team. They're playing well. I'll go for 2-2 draw. West Ham, Sunderland 2-2 draw. You can learn from my predictions to make your own prediction. Burnley Spurs, you know, Spurs have been inconsistent too, and at the moment, Spurs on the table, they are close to relegation. That's what I would say, because they too are down there. Spurs are like 14th position. You know, after finishing last season in a very down, just after mine, maybe like 16th position or thereabouts. You know, then they are still somewhere in 14th position. That doesn't sound good for Spurs. So I'm going to predict Burnley Spurs. Burnley also is coming up. I'll predict a draw. I'll go for 1-1 draw for Burnley Spurs. 1-1 draw. Fulham Brighton. Fulham has been in form. And who is back? The Nigerian guys are back. Wobi and was a giant at the back. Please remind me a giant at the back. Wobi is back, and the giant at the back is also back. So I think they will do a great job for Fulham. So I think Fulham will win Brighton. I'll go for 2-1 win. Fulham to win Brighton. Fulham 2, Brighton 1. Then Man City Wolves. Wolves are relegated to Man City is struggling, but at home, I think they want to get back. They lost to Manchester United. They went to Ball Green, those, you know, underrated team. They lost over there, and now they're going to be playing Wolves at home. You know, the last, I don't see Manchester City not winning. So I'll go for 3-0. Man City should win 3-0 comfortably. Man City should win Wolves 3-0 comfortably. Bournemouth, Liverpool. Bournemouth's coming up. Liverpool struggling at the moment. I'll go for draw, 2-2 draw. I'll go for draw for Bournemouth, Liverpool. Those are the matches that we're playing on Saturday. For Sundays, we have Brentford, Nottingham Forest. Brentford still on fire. Nottingham Forest, they are not there, they are not here. Inconsistency. They lost their after Europa League Conference League match yesterday. Few days yesterday, I think they lost that, so they've not been consistent. So I think Brentford will win Nottingham Forest 2-0. 2-0. Brentford, Nottingham Forest 2-0. Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Chelsea. Me and Chelsea, we are like Siamese twins. You know, we've been together. If I win, Chelsea will win. If I lose, Chelsea will lose. I will be following like that. You know, they sacked their coach. I sacked my coach. Chelsea employed a new coach. I employed somebody to interim. You know, and we have been 5 and 6. Even on the table, we are like 5 and 6. So because I want Man U to win, I will want Chelsea to win. But it is prediction. Will I deceive myself? I think Crystal Palace is strong enough to. Crystal Palace have a lot of challenges at the moment. Yeah, players going here and there. So I'll go for a Chelsea win. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 2. So that Man U can win. We are Siamese twins. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 2. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Oh, that's going to be a tight match there. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Both of them are playing good football. Newcastle, Aston Villa. I'm going to go for 2-2 draw. Newcastle, Aston Villa, 2-2 draw. I'm going to go for 2-2 draw. Now the match of the week. Arsenal, Manchester United. Last week was the first match of Carrick. and Manchester, slammed Manchester City 2-0. You know, Arsenal had a draw in the last match. Now, Arsenal is at home. Arsenal is a team to beat this season. We must give it to them. I want to predict that they will actually win the league. I don't believe they will fumble this time around. I want to believe they will actually win the league. So, but I want Manchester United to win. So, this game is going to be very tight because everybody's expecting Man U to do miracle, but Arsenal is in form. Arsenal doing a lot. But I'm going to go for 2-1 win Manchester United. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 2. I know a lot of people will not agree with me, not because I'm a Man U fan, but I think we're going to find a way to win against Arsenal. Arsenal have been a team to beat on top of the league for Champions League, on top of the league, Premier League. They're doing a lot. They are still in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup also. You know, they are still in the FA Cup. They're just everywhere. You know, if you want to wish them bad, you see that they are just everywhere. So as a Manchester United fan, I'm going to say Man U will win, and that will be great to see Man U win. So you're going to predict yours after mine. There'll be a match on Monday. That's going to be Everton versus Leeds. Everton Leeds is going to be a tight match too. But I think Everton will win that 2-1. Everton Leeds 2-1. Manchester Arsenal. What is your prediction? So we're going to pick up all that. So just give 5 predictions. You know, you are entitled for 5 predictions. Let me put it that with 5 predictions. The best we can pick across all our social media will become winner. Just predict. We know how to clear our winners. So you have right to predict at least 5 matches in the Premiership. We've got 10 matches. Predict 5. You know, not the easiest 5 anyway, because some of you will go for the easiest match. So those are going to be criteria to get the best prediction that right. So predict 5 matches, and you must always predict at least the match of the week. The match of this week is Arsenal Man U. So that must be number 1 of your prediction. Then you have 4 more predictions to it. So 5 predictions per week. That's how we're going to be doing it. So 5 predictions. Number 1, match of the week, Arsenal Manchester United. Then you predict 4 in addition. So we'll look at the top across all our social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and we'll declare who will be the winner. So this is just an opening show to say, yes, I am back for football discussion on the Babs Micheal Show. So we'll be doing this consistently and every Saturday now towards the World Cup, so that when the World Cup sets in, bringing content for you will not be strange, because I'll be going to various stadiums and I'll be covering a lot of things because I've gotten the approval to do that here in the United States. So who do you think will win Manchester United against Arsenal? Comment and predict just down in the comment box anywhere you are viewing this from. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, anywhere. Just let's hear from you. 5 predictions. Thank you for Babs Micheal Show, the sponsor of this Predict and Win. So don't miss out from the Predict and Win. Predict 5 predictions and be part of a winner every week. Every week. So I remain Babs Micheal. This is what we'll do for this week. Top news that came on board before I close is Casemiro is also, you know, going to leave Man U at the end of the season. Who do you think Manchester United should sign? That is the question for the week. Question for the week. Who do you think Manchester United should sign? Please comment, share this video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. You know, same thing. Follow us on TikTok. All of them you'll see at the end of this video. So who do you think Manchester United should sign to replace Casemiro? I'll see you when next I come, when we'll be announcing who are the winners of our Predict and Win. I remain Babs Micheal. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for watching the Babs Micheal Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social media. See you next time.